Sri Rama Sharanam Mama Manas Manthan Kinkar Chintan Discourses by Maharaj Sri Ram Kinkarji Upadhyay. Message 25. Title: Sri Ram's Justification of His Exile. In this message, Maharaj Sri Ram Kinkarji discovered how Sri Ram turned the most challenging situations into great positivity by a convincing rationale about his exile. In general, human nature is very restless, and it's obvious due to difficulties we face. For example, if we have headache, we want to get rid of it as soon as possible and we look for medicine. We get better once we take the medicine. But if a person is wise, he will think deeper to his problem as why at the first place he got the headache and what could be the root cause of it, rather than just treating it in a symptomatic way. Same way, Sri Bharatji handled the situation while dealing with the pain after Sri Ram went to exile and Ayodhyavasi were urging him to become next king. Sri Bharatji indicated in similar manner of a wiser outlook for this solution. When asked by everyone to accept the kingmanship of Ayodhyaji, he replied that he understands everyone's psyche of the moment. He said he could see how Sri Ram had departed for exile, father had died, and the nation needs some leadership due to fears of unrest or unsafe situation may arise. Hence, he understood their fears and requests to accept the leadership of Ayodhyaji. However, Sri Bharatji warned everyone that it is not a good idea to be so anxious and restless at these moments. He said, using example of treating some symptoms of a disease without his deeper knowledge possibly could cause more harm and side reactions. Therefore, we must find the root cause of the disorder prior to rushing for treatment of the symptom. He drawn their attention towards the truth of the situation. Generally, the tradition in society is that the person who wants to rule shows off his own talents and talks bad about the opponents. Here, in the foundation of a Ram Rajya, Sri Ram and Sri Bharatji provided a totally new outlook to this aspect. Maharaj Sri explained how this was done. For example, when Sri Ram was sent to exile for 14 years, he denounced the leadership of Ayodhyaji. The crowd got rebellious and started walking along with Sri Ramji from Ayodhyaji. At that point, Sri Ram could have got advantage of the situation, having everyone's support to revolt. He could have called all injustice and demanded, as being the eldest son of the family, he has the first right to be the king. Also, he would have not opted to leave for exile, thereby rejecting the orders. But then, what lies behind the root element of a Ram Rajya and its thinking process? The answer is in the conversation between Sri Maharishi Valmiki and Sri Ram. Looking back, when Sri Ram couldn't stop the crowd from following him to exile, he deserted them in the middle of the night while all of them were sleeping. Maharaj Sri explained what was the reasoning and thinking behind it. Sri Ram wanted all of them to be returned back to Ayodhyaji and prosper under the leadership of Sri Bharatji. He wanted to make them believe that it's not going to be any harmful in his absence to any one of them, and there won't be any social imbalance in his absence either. Sri Ram, in a way, wanted all Ayodhyavasis to develop loyalty and faithfulness towards Sri Bharatji. An insight into how much Sri Ram had faith towards Sri Bharatji was witnessed during the time when Sri Ram was counting as how many ways he was blessed by his exile from Ayodhyaji. The first one was that his father was able to keep his boon truthfully. Tat bachan punimatu hit. Sri Ram added that the importance was not of who became a king, but it lies in how valuable that person was for the kingdom. And this is why his father Dashrath ji favored dharam or religion over anything else, including denouncing his own son to protect the value of truth. Then only was possible for the society to get the ultimate message that how valuable the truth is, and there is nothing more important than that. To protect the truth, we should be able to denounce anything, no matter how dear to us, in any circumstance. This is the ideal Sri Dashrath ji has given to his society. Secondly, Sri Ram gave another example as how lucky it was for him to go to exile is to realize how great Mata Kaikeyi is. If someone would have argued with Sri Ram to let us agree what you are trying to prove with your initial justification, but how about Mata Kaikeyi, who did injustice to you by sending you to exile? To this argument, Sri Ram responded, "No, not at all. Since my childhood age, Ma Kaikeyi always cared and looked after me, always asking me what I would like to do, and whatever I asked, she fulfilled all my desires. I always kept asking things from her throughout my life. I never got to do anything for her until now. It's first time ever when I heard she asked something as to give kingdom of to Sri Bharatji. And especially her request for me to go for 14 years to exile, I was so obliged to her as she did mercy on me and cleared all my doubts as well. Additionally, by my going to exile, gave her happiness and favored her, and that is an extra reason for me to be celebrated and to be cheerful about it." But then to continue argument with Sri Ram, someone said, "How about your denouncing desires of millions of Ayodhyavasi who wanted you to see as a king?" Then, the way Sri Ram answered to this with powerful and strong words about Sri Bharatji is worth reading and understanding. Maharaj Shri said, it's worth appreciating the words that Sri Ram chose to describe Sri Bharatji. Sri Ram said, "Maharaj, the capacity to run the kingdom is much higher in Sri Bharat than me." He referred to him as Tyagi, or the one who sacrificed for others. He assured that Ayodhyavasi deserved no less caliber from a king, although I know at this point they are missing me in anxiety. When the society will experience Sri Bharatji's divine qualities, they will definitely forget me for good. Therefore, he believed there was no injustice was served to the society, as they are benefited, privileged, and blessed of having a better king than himself. Bhai Bharat as Rao. At the end, Sri Ram made an extremely sweet statement when someone asked him. He is a very wise and smart analyzer, as even amidst all negativity, he was able to create all positive impressions. For instance, he saved father's value of truth, value of mother's happiness, and society being blessed by a king of Sri Bharatji's caliber. But what about yourself? All you got is pain and difficulties. To this query, Sri Ram responded in so beautiful manner, using amazing language. Maharaj, the biggest beneficiary of all this division is me. How? If mother would have asked me to go to exile, how I would have privileged to meet person of your status and of other holy saints. He continued that he feels he must have earned some great punya in his last life, or result of the accumulation of great deeds, giving him positive benefits to me. It possibly is the result of such good karma. Mo kahun daras tumhar prabhu, sabhumam punya prabhav. Maharashi continues that in today's time, if any one of us face these situations in life, like close to being a king, almost not getting it, and contrary to that, got punishment instead, how will we respond? If capacity is there, probably he will revolt first, or if not capable to revolt the situation, will blame his own karmas of earlier lives for how much pain and suffering he is going through. But Sri Ram, he says on the contrary, that it's all given to him because of his great karma. He said it's due to his accumulation of punyas that resulted in such a great situation. This is how Sri Ram's contemplation of these events. In conclusion, Maharaj says that Sri Ram's ideology is so remarkable and different than most of us face in today's times that it must inspire all of us to follow and believe what he practiced and wished for us to do the same under undesirable circumstances. See you later with another message of Maharaj Shri. Jai Siya Ram.